So at the beginning of this year, I made a two-part video around the FRUEHAUF trailer factory, and a lot of you really enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it as well. And I've been invited back today to come and have a look at all these really impressive new robotic welders that have been installed. So that's what we're going to do. In the last video, we saw everything. We saw where all the parts were stored. We saw the laser cutters cutting all the steel. We had a look at the CNC plasma cutters. We had a look at the CNC press brakes, all the way through to the chassis welding. And then we looked at the sandblasting, final paint, absolutely everything, even the crane lines. It was really, really good. And then right at the very end, I was invited to have a go on the truck racing simulator. So FRUEHAUF do a lot of truck racing as well. Really, really good experience. I was invited to one of their meets this year as well, and that was a completely different experience. It was really enjoyable. So we're going to go through here now and go and meet Arturus again, if you remember Arturus from the last videos, and we're going to go and see what he's been setting up over the course of this year.
Hi, hello.
I'm pleased to be back, and I think I can see quite a lot of change in the last few months, what you've been doing. So we've got a massive robotic welder behind us, the first of a few, I'm led to believe.
Yes, that's the first one.
Yeah.
That installation we started in October and finished October.
Yeah.
The next robot is ordered. It will be even slightly bigger than that.
Yeah, okay.
That's for the carbon steel.
Okay.
Basically welding chassis components on this one.
Yeah.
And the second robot which we ordered will be for aluminum floors and sidewalls,
okay,
which goes as a main part of the body. So the next robot will be here, just behind the stanchion. We are in bay 4, next one in bay 5.
Okay.
So the second one is coming very roughly June, July next year.
And you've not done this to sort of take anybody's jobs, you just got that much?
No. We have shortage of welders.
Yes.
And I believe most of the companies in UK have the same issue.
Yep.
We spoke before, new generation is not that much interested into hands-on welding.
Yep.
So basically, to cover that shortage, we decided to go with automation. That's the reason number one, I would say. Reason number two, the consistent welding quality.
Yeah.
And you can use robot 16, maybe even 24 hours a day. So that machine really can cover like 5-6 welders if you run in 3 shifts.
Okay. Oh,
but no, our people are safe, secure, they have jobs here.
Yeah.
We're still recruiting a couple of welders next year.
Yeah.
I believe a couple of guys joined us this week even.
Yep.
So no one will lose his job. Definitely.
That's definitely good to know.
Yeah.
So show us what you've got here. These are the kingpins, aren't they?
So that's the first component which we started welding by robot, a little bit prehistory, because before that machine we had a smaller version. It would be like a 1 cell.
Yep.
Because the company Valk Welding, they have really nice solution. You can hire a robot. For example, if you have a project for next 6 months, you can hire one. It will look very, very similar to that with the turntable and so on.
Yep.
So when we placed the order, we said, okay, so how will we use it? Because we want to have training faster and faster. So we had a small cell in one of the welding bays till we had this installation here. Okay. And on this small cell, we started welding coupler plates, or some people use it kingpin plate.
Yep.
Which is one of the very, very critical components on the trailer, because the tractor unit will hook on it.
This has got to be very strong. This is the strongest part of the trailer, isn't it?
And you want perfect welding quality. So as you can see, we're welding from 2 sides.
Yes.
Start from the top, turn it around, weld around here. So that program is already ready for some time. I would say probably June, July last year we had it ready, but we still were doing some fine tuning. As you can see, welding seams are really, really nice on this one. I'm proud of my guys, Krzysztof and Andrei. They really took that role very, very seriously.
Yep.
Because, you know, for us, that's a first robot. And as I say, first robot is always a little bit of pain.
Yep.
Because you need to gain experience how to operate that and how to program it.
I think so. Each part that you have, like this, will have a program. The chassis rails we can see behind us over there, we're going to have a look at in a minute. They've got their own program.
Yes.
But you build, how many chassis do you build?
We
There's
are,
20
we are building, okay, we are building 50 chassis a week, but
Yep.
we have different chassis, different lengths and different types, like sloper, step frame,
Yep.
straight frame, drawbar, and so on. So at this moment on our range is about 27 different chassis types.
So you
right?
need 27 different programs.
Exactly, just for the main beams would be about 27 of them.
Yep.
And then couplers can be different as well, so that would be again different type of coupler, different program. Because as I say, it's nice to have a robot, but robot needs to know what you want from it.
Yeah, of course.
You know, so basically we are telling him where to weld, where not to weld, and how to weld. So basically every new component is a new program.
Yeah,
And
okay.
here is always a little bit, you know, you need to think, is it worth writing a program? Or sometimes if it's one-off, just weld it manually.
Okay.
And so I think we will not probably write all these 27 programs, but my assumption would be at least 15, 18 of them will be done. So right now we have 6. So first 2 programs came together with the robot because we ordered them from Falk Welding
Yep.
as a service.
Yep.
Because if you don't have programmer, you can order all of them. But eventually it will be too expensive just buying programs. That's why we have 2 persons writing.
We're going to have a look at them in a bit.
Yep.
But right, we'll have a look at the welder now. This is a Panasonic welder from Japan, isn't it?
Yeah, so the power source, the welding machine, controller, and the arm is a Panasonic from Japan.
Yep.
But the whole installation, the gantry, the track, is made by Falk Welding in Netherlands.
So what this is going to be the welding production line. So right down at that far end, you're going to run like a track, aren't you? Like here, the chassis rails are. It's all going to come down here. There are going to be more welders down that side, and then from here, right down the far end, it then goes straight into the sandblasting booth. So it's like a straight line, whereas before you were coming up and having to go like round a U-bend and bring the chassis back in.
Correct.
Yeah, that's
So our issue in the past was that some parts of welding was in one corner of the factory, some of them in another one, and
Yeah.
the shot blast, so we had a lot of movement. Our idea here is one chassis welding line, straight line as you say.
Yeah.
So that far end where we have a roller shutter will be incoming materials.
Yes.
We will be pressing, cutting flanges for the chassis beams. Then we have 3 welding stations for different chassis components. On the left side here we will have manual welding tables where we assemble the chassis together and do finish welding.
You can see all these are all your extraction units
Exactly.
all
So-
already in.
So I'm hoping that this line will be finished in February,
Yes.
latest March. That's why we have some bits already done,
Yeah.
but there are some still quite a lot of things coming up. So for example, we have 2 cranes here, but we will have 4 of them.
Okay.
Because what happens when you invest quite a lot of money into robot, you don't want to wait for the crane to load and load.
No, I
Basically,
see.
robot needs to go and go and go and go.
Auto loading.
Exactly.
So-
Basically, and this is the reason why we have 3 stations. See, because what happens? Robot finished welding here, he will go to the next station.
Oh, I see. So that's on a big gantry that comes.
Exactly. That station will be ready for robot.
Yeah.
So what we are doing, we're unloading and loading materials
Yes.
in the meantime.
Oh, I see. Yeah, very clever.
One of the parameters when you have welding robot, you are measuring arc on time. The more percentage arc on,
Yeah.
the better it is. So the target is really to be about 80-85% arc on, which means that 80% of the time we are welding.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Right. So this is what controls it then.
Yep.
This is what controls it. This here as well. This is what the wire comes in. You don't have like a normal welding wire like on a MIG welder. You have like a drum of it now, don't you?
Correct. So the wire would be same material like on MIG welder. It's still MIG welding process,
Yeah.
but the size of the drum is much bigger. So that's a first empty drum,
Yeah.
which we changed. That's 250 kilograms of wire.
How many kilometers of wire is in here, do you think?
Very, very roughly about 40 kilometers.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah,
You
that's
can
it.
see it on the back there. Look, that's it. And then it goes up that cable up there
Yep.
into it. But yeah, a lot more efficient because it'll last a lot longer. You haven't got to keep rewiring it all the time, have you?
Rough calculations, we will be changing the wire once a week when we will go into full speed of production. As I say, right now we just change it once
Yeah.
because we were on a trial mode.
Yeah.
So we didn't do a lot of meters of welding.
Oh, brilliant.
Yep.
Right, I suppose you're going to show us working now and show us what you're going to do. So these are the king posts that they've been tacked together, but they've not been welded up yet, have they?
Yes, so these are ready for welding.
Yeah.
Basically, one kingpin plate will take about 40 minutes.
Yeah.
So we have maybe 1.5 hours of welding here. And after welding, it will be exactly like that component we looked before.
Yeah, okay. Right, show us what you're going to do then.
All right, so that's the robotic arm, a big part of the system with a welding gun. That welding gun is a bit special, I would say, because it has a welding fume extraction integrated into that.
That's this here, is it?
Exactly. Very, very pleased with how it works. It's a high vacuum system.
Yeah.
So basically, you'll see when we start welding, we don't have many fumes going up because all of them
Get sucked up the side of the gun.
Right, and then into the filter, and we clean the filter. Also, we have a pneumatic shock sensor.
Yeah.
What it does if accidentally you will hit something with the welding gun, that will completely disconnect the arm. It makes it like basically numb.
Oh, okay.
You want it because if not, your robot will lose the center position.
Yeah.
So basically you would need to recalibrate it again. So that's a really smart feature, and I would say it's a bespoke made by Valk Welding. We have also a cleaning station up there.
Yeah.
So after some time of welding, it will clean automatically, clean the nozzle, so to make sure that the gas flow is proper, and we have anti-spray system as well.
1.2 mil welding wire as well.
1.2, yes.
Yeah, see
so
that.
What is very important, also we have a wire cutter there. After you finish cleaning, that will cut the wire to the
automatically.
side automatically, because the stick out is very, very important.
Yes.
If we, for example, if on a program we have 17 mm stick out, we need to make sure it's always like that, because before we start welding, the robot will do so-called touch sensing.
Yeah.
You will see it will be touching on the corners.
So it knows where
with
it
the
is.
wire.
Yes.
Exactly. So if your stick out is not precise, you will lose the understanding where your welding lines are. Why it's very important? Because sometimes it's very, very hard to put all the parts very precisely. Even plus minus half mil can affect the welding quality.
Yeah.
That is why we always do seam tracking first before we go with the full seam welding.
So it's just going to be as easy as press go now, is it?
Yes. Yeah.
Let's watch it, because I'm quite interested in seeing how this works. Right, so we've got our welding glasses that we need. I don't want arc eye today. How do I look?
Perfect.
Right, the first thing this is going to do then, like you said, it's just going to go around and touch everything, isn't it? So it knows exactly where everything is. And then in about 5 minutes, it's going to start welding. So just press go.
I'm watching it probably 25th time already, and still impressive.
Yeah, very impressive. Very fast actually, isn't it?
It is, yeah, the movement of the arm is very fast.
Yeah, that's good, that is.
That is the reason we have the safety barriers, because you see the movement.
Yeah, okay. So we've got these beams just here, and if you walk in, it will stop it.
Yeah, immediately. Because we don't want any accidents. People are very curious naturally. They want to go and see the robot. So we had already a couple of occasions where robot was just switched off. Then the guy's calling, oh, sorry, we made that. Can you come reload it again? It takes only a few seconds to reload it.
Oh, that's interesting. It purges itself and...
Yeah, so that's, you see, every cycle we start with cleaning and cutting the wire, as I explained.
Yeah, okay.
So it's all automatic, and it's all part of the program.
Is that about to start?
And now it is basically, well, it will not weld just now.
Yeah.
So what you see, it's searching for the welding seam.
Okay.
So normally it goes into corner, every corner.
Yeah.
Again.
Does that do that every single time a part comes in?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
You can avoid that
moves.
if, let's say, your jigs are super precise and you're welding always the same part.
Yeah.
Then basically what I'm saying, the more precise you are with the jigs, the less seam tracking you will have. But we still do it for the safety, because one component welding wrongly goes to the scrap bin.
Yes.
It's expensive.
Yes.
So we would rather invest few minutes into seam tracking and make sure it will be welded.
You're only
correctly.
talking 5 minutes each for 2 of them, so yeah, it's nothing
Yeah,
really.
probably even less, but more or less few minutes per component.
Apparently it's going to start welding in 5 seconds. These are like, this is like having a welding helmet on. These are really good.
Yeah. Well, we had that lessons when we went for acceptance test in Netherlands.
Yeah.
And we were just observing. At night time, I was crying all night.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was that bad.
Can I have these? I can take these home, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, it doesn't just do a straight beam, it is actually,
Yeah, we're weaving with that. Yeah.
you're weaving with it as well, get a stronger weld.
Yep. Again, you can set any parameters you like.
Yeah.
And the welding sequence is very important to avoid distortion. So
Yes.
you start one corner, second corner, and so on and so on.
Would you weld like one corner that side, then one corner this side then to stop the distortion, or?
On this component, not required, but on some other, especially if you have longer member and thinner plate, then yes, you would do that.
Yeah, okay. So now it's going up to clean itself. So what's that doing first?
That's cleaning the nozzle right now.
Oh, okay. Like we said a minute ago. What's that one there? Oh, that's
That
wire,
says
wire
another
brush.
brush, and now it will cut the wire.
Go into that one there, and then it.
You'll hear the knock.
Oh yeah, that's it. Just cut the end of the wire to give it a nice,
Yep.
clean start to the wire. And then it's going to go down and weld the kingpin now. So when it's welded the top of the kingpin,
We'll rotate it upside down.
That's part of the program to rotate it and then weld the other side of the kingpin.
So now it's again at tracking the kingpin itself.
Yes. Just to make sure it's in the right position as well. If it was out of line and there was a fault, would it stop and someone would have to come along and have a look at it?
Yep.
But hopefully the more it gets used, that's going to be very minimal, isn't it?
So he's doing that around.
Yeah, doing the round bit like we looked at a minute ago.
You can
isn't
see
it?
the arm is turning slightly like that, which is not very easy for programmers, but
No. This is the strongest part on the trailer, isn't it? This is the part that does all the pulling.
yep.
See it spinning around in there now.
So we finished welding a coupler plate,
Yeah.
As you can see, all the welding seams are ready. Very, very nice. Just be careful, it's a bit
Very hot.
Yep. And we'll see also from the other side.
Spinning over now so we can have a look at the top side of the kingpin. No, the bottom side, sorry. This is
the bottom.
That's
Yes.
the most important weld on the whole trailer.
Exactly.
That's the bit that
And
pulls
the
the whole
best looking
trailer.
welding seam. Very, very nice.
Yeah, it looks very good. So whilst that's being unloaded now, all this,
We will go to the station number 2.
it's moved across now. I'm ready to start welding the chassis.
And in the meantime, we can unload new batch of parts.
Yeah.
And then robot will come back welding here. So we don't want it to stop. We want
No.
it to keep going, meters of welding.
Cool. So we'll stand here and I'll just let it do its thing.
So robot is moving to station number 2,
Yes.
where we have jig basically for everything. We can clamp any components.
Yes.
In the future, these beams will be welded in station 1, but that's another project.
Process.
Yes.
So this welder's going to be able to travel like 100 foot up and down to each different bay.
Yep. Yeah, so total length of installation is 40 meters of the track. 2 main beams, welding time roughly 2.5 hours, yes, per set.
Okay.
So we already saw 40 minutes for the coupler plate,
Yeah.
2.5 hours. So one chassis components, roughly 3 hours, 15 minutes, 3 hours and a half with loading and unloading.
How much time is it saving, do you think, by getting the robot to do it?
At this moment, it's hard to tell precisely because what we're doing with the robot, we're welding more components than we used to do by hand, because our old beam welder could go only straight lines.
Okay.
So there was a bit of welding by robot, a bit by hand.
Yeah.
Our target when we finish this project is to reduce chassis welding hours by 10 hours. So from 32 to 22 hours.
So when you've got like 3 of these going, it's gonna, well, your order book, you're saying, is completely full at the moment, isn't it? For quite a number of months. So you need it, don't you?
Yeah, we do. You see, right now we're running it 8.5, 9 hours a day.
Yes.
But the target will be 2 shifts for the robot. So while robot is welding, we can speak about station number 1, because we are counting from this end.
Yeah.
Basically, long term, we will be welding our chassis beams in this station. Station 2 will be for subframes of the crane trucks, and then station 3 for the couplers and small components. Now, the trick here is that the jig is basically on a track,
Yeah.
and you can move it by hand.
So you've made these, have you?
We made them, yes, roughly it's 2.5 tons of weight,
Yes.
and it's not complicated. The reason we're doing that, because all the material loading we want on one end. It's much easier when we have, for example, 12 meters flange. You don't really want to go by crane. So for quicker loading, we will be just swapping jigs in and out, in and out. Still a lot of work to be done. We started working on stoppers and clamps right now, but the main thing that everything is leveled and aligned.
Yeah, lovely. Right, Arturus, thank you very much for showing us around that.
Thank you for coming.
That's all right. I'm sure if we come in another 12 months' time, we might see a lot more.
Hopefully even faster. As I say, we will be installing second robot in July. If you want to see the start, how it all becomes, you are welcome to come here anytime.
Oh, thank you very much.
And Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas to you. Right, this is the main man. This is Tom. So good name to have. Without Tom, FRUEHAUF probably wouldn't be here, and MV Commercial wouldn't be the size it is, really, would it? So
we started in the millennium, and we started with one truck. I never really thought ever the business would become this size and on this scale, but
just tell us how many trucks you have out on hire at any one time.
we're running just around about 2,000 at the minute.
On hire?
On hire. That's from Land's End to John O'Groats.
Yeah.
We've got 5 depots in the UK, so we can cover more or less the whole of the UK.
Yeah.
And that's from a 3.5 ton van up to a double drive tracked unit with a 100 ton meter crane.
Yeah, okay.
So we hire out 38 different types of products. So
FRUEHAUF wouldn't have been here though, because you actually bought this out of bankruptcy, didn't you?
I did. I came down actually to look at it for a friend of mine who was thinking of funding a management buyout, and he asked me to come down and sanity check it.
Yeah.
And many years before this, when I was at the Harrogate Tipper Show, one of the top men from Hive at that time told us you should buy FRUEHAUF, and it always kind of stuck in my mind. So I got the opportunity in 21 to come down and sanity check a business plan for a team that was going to buy the business.
Yeah.
And we ended up buying it ourselves, to cut a long story short.
And look what you've achieved now.
Yeah, well, it's been a labour of love, definitely. 4.5 years. So could write a good book, Tom, about what's happened here in 4.5 years.
But think how many jobs you've saved as well.
I think when we came into the factory, there was only 11 people employed.
Oh, really?
Yep.
How many do you have employed now?
165
Wow.
in the entire site. But yeah, there was only 11 folk. It was COVID.
Yeah.
You know, that was back in the days where, you know, you could barely see anybody in the street.
Yeah.
You know, so that's when we actually bought it. So, and of course, quite a lot of the staff, about 30 of them, I think, was furloughed at that time. So I think we inherited about 40 people, and we've quadrupled that in the last 4.5 years.
Yeah.
And brought a lot of specialist folk in. So I didn't, if I'm being honest, I didn't really buy the business to build trailers. I bought it to build our crane vehicles.
And that because that's what you always specialised in, wasn't it?
This is our kind of DNA. This is what we've specialised in this since 2006. And I think we've built probably about in and around about 1,500 crane lorries in the UK, which for the size of the marketplace, you know, we're probably up there as one of the market leaders
Really?
in this field, you know.
All started from nothing.
Yeah, just started. It started from buying TLS,
Yeah.
finding a lot of redundant chassis, thinking, what can I do with them? So I built, you know, some beaver tails, and I started building little cranes, and I thought, oh, there seems to be a bit of a market for this.
Yeah.
And it's developed into what you see today, really.
Yeah, it's hugely impressive. And like you were saying a minute ago, this site is probably one of the only sites that has 40 overhead cranes, isn't it? As well?
Yeah. I mean, where would you see a facility like this?
Well, you wouldn't. It's huge.
And as I say, it probably happened at the wrong end of 50. You know, I wish it had happened when I was 35, but probably I wouldn't have had the money to do it then.
Yeah, of
so
course.
it's the chicken and the egg, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
So no, so that's what we've done, and we've invested about 12 million in the site so far, and. But the secret to the future is the automation of it.
And that's what we've sort of touched on today.
Yeah, definitely. The likes of this full crane sub chassis will be made, you know, robotically inside 3 to 4 months, and that should help us get a bit more volume. You know,
because your order books are pretty full, aren't they?
Oh, we are. We can't build anything now, really, until the end of April, which is not good.
No, it's not.
You know, not when you're running a ready-to-go truck business.
No.
So it's a bit of a contradiction in terms, but we're just busy. But you have to, in manufacturing terms, what I have learned about this, it's about having things modular and repetition. You know, that helps you get more volume.
Yeah.
Whereas if everything's a Swiss Army knife, you know, it takes a long time to get the product out. So, but every day and in every way, we're getting better at it. You know, so.
And obviously, in the year, I came and watched you truck racing. You did very well, didn't you?
Well, we've not. I think there was points this year that we done well. We had 12 DNFs out of 35 races, so you get 20 points a race. So, so we didn't do that well in the championship, but we had a few wins and a few historic moments, and you know, we had 3 fastest laps at Donington and 3 DNFs.
Oh, really?
So we've had some success, but I'm looking forward to next year. So we're rebuilding the truck at the minute, and I think we've got a few interesting developments that should make a difference next year, you know.
Oh, brilliant. Well, what a fantastic story, and Tom, thank you very much.
Okay, no problem at all.
And I'm sure we'll see you again soon. So thank you very much for Tom there, having a bit of time to talk to us about the business. And I've really done this video today just to say a bit of a thank you to everyone who's liked, commented, and mainly subscribed to the channel, because without these people, or without yourselves who are watching, this channel wouldn't be where it is today. So thank you very much, everybody. I hope you've all enjoyed it. A really impressive British business that we've looked at. Everyone, all different skills, really impressive. So we'll see you all in the next video in the new year. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.